Joining us now from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia's foreign minister.
Saudi Arabia is changing its story again and chose Donald Trump's favorite TV station, Fox News, to get its message out.
He was killed in the consulate. We don't know in terms of details how. We don't know where the body is.
Less than 24 hours after Saudi officials claimed Jamal Khashoggi died in a fistfight, the foreign minister now says it isn't clear what happened. The only thing for certain, he says, the Crown Prince was not involved.
This was an operation that was a rogue operation. This was an operation where individuals ended up exceeding the authorities and responsibilities they had. They made the mistake when they killed Jamal Khashoggi in the consulate, and they tried to cover up for it.
Even before this latest explanation, public doubt in the Saudi story exploded around the world. In the UK.
No, I don't think it's credible. I think it's a terrible case. I think we support the Turkish investigation into it.
In France, the finance minister demanded further investigation,
Mais on ne peut pas avoir de relation de confiance,
saying it can't have a relationship with the Saudis if it isn't based in fact. And then there's the US. Donald Trump told the Washington Post late Saturday, obviously there's been deception and there's been lies. But in that interview and in earlier comments, he again defended the relationship with the kingdom, pointing out it buys a lot of weapons from the U.S.
That's not helpful for us to cancel an order like that. That hurts us far more than it hurts them.
But at least one country is ready to take action.
Drittens stimme ich all denen zu, die sagen, gerade was auch
German Chancellor Angela Merkel says under the current circumstances, her country can't export arms to Saudi Arabia. That's not a position Canada shares. Over the weekend, the Foreign Affairs Minister said in a statement, the Saudi explanations so far lack consistency and credibility. But there are no signs the Canadian government plans to stop or pause the sale of billions of dollars worth of light armored vehicles to Saudi Arabia over this issue. Katie Simpson, CBC News, Ottawa.
Now, as Katie pointed out, the Saudi position on the Khashoggi affair has been full of twists and turns over the past 3 weeks, but President Trump's position has remained consistent. As disturbing as he finds all this, when it comes to trade, a deal is a deal. Saudi officials initially claimed Khashoggi left the consulate on October 2nd. When asked about footage showing him leaving, they remained silent. Turkish media released images and video of an alleged Saudi assassination squad arriving in Istanbul that day. While the Saudis say nothing, Trump expresses serious concern.
It's a very sad situation. It's a very bad situation.
The Saudis dismiss the Turkish allegations, calling the men tourists. Trump reiterates his concern and the importance of the Saudi trade deal.
We don't like it even a little bit. But as to whether or not we should stop $110 billion from being spent in this country, knowing they have 4 or 5 alternatives, 2 very good alternatives, that would not be acceptable.
The first indication the Saudi story could be changing. After a conversation with the Saudi king, Trump suggests rogue killers could have done it, and word leaks that Saudi officials are preparing an interrogation gone wrong response. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo reveals the Saudis acknowledge something happened to Khashoggi, but the administration again cites the importance of the relationship.
They continue to be an important counterterrorism partner. They have custody of the 2 holy sites. They are an important strategic alliance of the United States.
They're an important ally.
The Saudis admit Khashoggi was killed, but not in an interrogation, in a fight, and deny direct responsibility. Trump calls the admission an important first step, but stands by the arms deal. So here we are tonight, processing yet another twist in this story, and no indication that even that is enough to drive a wedge between Washington and Riyadh.